Hello learners, welcome to our session today. I am your instructor, CPA Ringo Frederick. In our class today, my good students, I want us to have a look at a concept in financial management, and the concept was tested in August 2022, question number 4, part B. The whole concept is under working capital management. The whole concept is under working capital management. So anytime you're looking at working capital management, if you can recall, it's just a matter of us learning how we can manage our current assets and current liabilities. That is what we mentioned from the word go, that it will be upon us to learn how can we manage our items of current assets, which will constitute of inventory, which will constitute of cash, and also the concept of what? Trade receivables. Whenever you're talking of current liabilities, basically your focus will be on aspect to do with accounts payables. So the concept of this question basically was about management of inventory. So this is management of inventory. Management of inventory. Management of inventory. This is what was tested in this question, August 2022, question number 4. So let's go to that question and see what you have. So basically this is our question where we were told that the following information relates to inventory relationship of QZ Limited. Number 1, I'm given our annual purchases. We're given our purchase price per unit. We're given our carrying cost. Cost per order placed. Desired stock levels is 300 units. This stock level was in hand initially. Mark that clearly, that this stock level was in hand initially. Lead time is 7 days. The examiner wants us to compute, number 1, assuming that we're having 365 days in a year, we are supposed to compute, number 1, that is economic order quantity for the company, the optimal number of orders to be placed, reorder level. Then you are told that assuming that for any orders of at least 2,000 units, the firm will get 5% discount on the purchase price. Analyze whether the company should take advantage of the discount or not. So given such a question, my good students, and we know very well that we are dealing with management of inventory, and the whole concept of management of inventory, mainly we normally tend to talk of what? Economic order quantity, right? By the way, our classes have commenced for those students who are preparing to do the examinations, that is CASNEB, CPA, and you are preparing to do your exams in December. Our classes have commenced for live virtual sessions, which for financial management, we normally tend to have financial management on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Every Wednesdays and Thursdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. we normally tend to have what? Financial management classes, live virtual classes. And as I had mentioned earlier on, excuse that, these classes are always, we normally tend to limit the number of students who are attending this class, more so for live virtual class. And I think I gave the reason why. So you can take that advantage and be amongst the first 20 students to join these live virtual classes if you know you are preparing for your December exams, that is CASNEB. For as well as for pre-recorded version, of course, you can access them at any given time. So these are what we are looking at financial management. By the way, for those who will also be asking for financial reporting and analysis, we normally tend to have our classes on Mondays and Tuesdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mondays and Tuesdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Further classes, I'll attach our timetable just below this video so that you can, if you feel you'll be comfortable attending the live virtual class, that will be okay. If you go with the pre-recorded version classes, that one will also be very okay. Back to our business. We're saying that anytime you're talking of management of inventory, the whole idea that should always tend to click at the back of our mind, my good student, is what? Economic order quantity and the concept of EBQ. We should always be talking about economic order quantity. This is basically the most economical quantity that we can order at any given point whenever we are making our orders. Where in this case, to determine our EOQ, you should always recall this formula that you normally tend to talk of what? Q times demand times cost per order, we divide by HC. Then we should not forget to do what? To have square root. That is EOQ. What about economic batch quantity? In the event that you are requested to work out economic batch quantity, remember the first case you are ordering. For batch quantity, we will be producing. First case EOQ, we order. Second case EBQ, we produce. So you just want to look at the most economical batch that you can produce at any given point in time, or the most economical quantity that you should produce at any given point in time. Whereby in this case, the same is just the same as EOQ, so we'll be talking of 2 times demand times the setup cost. We divide by HC. By this HC, I'll be having 1 minus our usage rate over what? Production rate. Then I should not forget to do what? I should not forget to square root. So basically this will give us what? Our EBQ, the most economical quantity that you can produce at any given point in time, whereas EOQ, the most economical quantity that you can order at any given point in time. So basically these are the main concepts that you should always be able to understand anytime you're talking of management of inventory. That is financial management, right? So let us proceed to our question, whereby the examiner wanted us to compute what? The question is still attached here, which I believe you can be able to see. We have just attached that question here. I believe that is very visible. So after looking at that overview, let us go to the question and see what the examiner wanted us to do. That question is August 2022, question number 4. So, number 1, you are required to work out the economic order quantity for the company, EOQ. So, I'm requested to compute our EOQ, which I know very well. I should be talking of 2 times demand times cost per order. That is, of course, we divide by HC. I should not forget to do what? To square root. Where in this case, our annual demand, we need to determine our annual demand, which is represented by D. What were we told? Our annual demand. Our annual demand in this case, my good students, we are told that our consumption, annual purchases, we had 2,160, right? And the purchase price per unit, you are given what? You are given 60. So can you get our consumption? Of course we can. So I'm spending 2,160,000. And each unit is going for 60 shillings. So clearly you can say that our demand, we should be talking of how many units? 2160 divided by 60. Clearly you can see I'm talking of how many units? 36,000 units. So this is our annual demand. 36,000 units is our annual demand. What about our ordering cost? Our ordering cost, I want us to go to note number 4. Cost per order is 240. What about our HC? Our holding cost examiner was very good. The examiner told us that our carrying cost, which is the same as holding cost, our carrying cost is 15% of the purchase price per unit. So we are talking of 15% times 60, which in that case should give us how much? It should be having 0.15 times 60, which will give us 9. So the moment you do have this case, clearly we can determine our we can determine our EOQ. So therefore, I'm going to write here very confidently and say that my EOQ is 2 times demand, which is 36,000, times our ordering cost, which is 240. We are going to divide by our HC, which is 9. Then I should not forget to do what? To square root. So I should be talking of how much? 2 times 36,000 times 240. We divide by 9. I should not forget to square root to give us how much? I'm having 1386 units. So clearly and very confidently, we can come and say that our EOQ here, our EOQ is 1,386 units. That will be our EOQ. I write there our EOQ. We are done with the first bit and you earn your 3 marks. As simple as that. What about the other part? The other part, the examiner wanted us to do what? The examiner wanted us to compute the optimal number of order, the optimal number of orders to be placed in a year. Optimal number of orders to be placed in a year. So that is to say, my good students, that in the event that I'm asked to determine our number of orders, I should always recall number of orders. I should always recall our annual demand. We divide by our Q, which in this case, our annual demand clearly we've seen is how many units? 36,000. And our Q we've seen, which is our EOQ, which we're having on 1386. So very confidently, we can say that our number of orders, therefore, we should be talking of how many orders in a year. That is 36,000. I divide by 1386 to give us how many orders. I can see I'm having 26 orders in a year. So you're having 26 orders in a year. And you're done with that part. As simple as that. I know some of you asking, Mwalimu, kwani this question was that simple? Yes, it was that simple, right? We proceed to the next bit, see what the examiner wanted us to determine, reorder level. Part 3 of the question here, the examiner wanted us to determine what? Our reorder level, ROL. And recall, for your ROL, you must always recall this, that you're talking of maximum consumption, that is maximum demand. Some will call it consumption, times our maximum lead time, Of course, in this case, in the event that you're having a buffer stock, I should not forget it, plus buffer stock, or safety stock. And this is one thing that I want you to always have in your mind. This is something that Mwalimu will always want us to have at the back of our mind, that in the event that you're talking of reorder level, your lead time will always guide you. So that if you're given your lead time in days, make sure that your demand is also in days. If you're given lead time in months, make sure that demand is also in months. If you're given quarterly, make sure that your demand is quarterly. This is what will always tend to guide us. Lead time, very key. And recall, lead time basically is just waiting period when we've made an order, when the order is going to be received. That's what we normally term it as a lead time. So therefore, in this case, we should work out therefore our reorder level. Let us see what will be our maximum demand. A maximum demand in this question, the examiner first of all, in this case actually not the examiner, but you have determined it to be 36,000, that is for the whole year. But what about lead time, good students? You can clearly see that our lead time, if you can check out, that is note number 6, we are giving our lead time in days. So that is to say, I can't use our maximum demand in a year. I'll have to convert this demand to be in days. How many days in a year? We are given 365. So clearly you can say that our daily consumption, therefore, we should be talking of how many units? 36,000 divided by 365. This should give us 99 units. This should give us 99 units. This should give us 99 units. So therefore, this will be that will be our maximum demand, daily consumption. So therefore, my reorder level, very confidently, I can say I'm having 99, we multiply by maximum lead time. Maximum lead time in that note I was given how many days? 7 days. I want us guys to be very keen with this other note where we are told that there are some units that you had in store. That desired stock level is 300 units, right? This stock level was in hand initially. We had this safety stock. We had this safety stock of 300. So therefore, we can agree and say that our reorder level, therefore, should be having 89 by 7. I'm going to add 300 units to give us 993 units. That is what we are going to take as our reorder level, as our reorder level. After that was the next thing that you're told here. The next item you're told, note 4. Assuming that for any orders of at least 2,000 units, the firm will get 5% discount on the purchase price. Analyze whether the company should take advantage of the discount or not. So basically, you just want to advise the company whether they should accept a discount offer or not. Advice. If our quantity, this is a discount offer, check out our discount offer. Check out this discount offer of ours. Our discount offer, my good students, I was given our quantity to be how many units? I must order 2,000 units. And if I order 2,000 units, my purchase price will change. I'll be having a discount of what percentage? I'll be having a discount of 5%. 5%. So I'll be talking of a discount of 5%. That is my current purchase price is 60. If I order above 2,000 or 2,000 units and above, I'll be having a discount of 5%. So you can agree, we're talking of what? 95%. Therefore, I'm talking of 0.95 times 60. This should give us our new purchase price to be 57. Once we have that, I can now just kind of remove this question of ours here. Yeah, we can have that. So this is what Morimu is saying. And once we have that case, let us determine our total cost with discount offer. So my total cost with discount offer, what will we be having with discount? Total cost with discount offer, what will we be having here? We are going to have our purchase cost. My purchase cost, we should be talking of how much? Purchase cost, I should be talking of P times Q, which in this case, our demand will not change in a year. So therefore, I'll just be having 36,000, but my purchase price will be 57. Which that case should give us how much? Should be having 36,000 by 57 to give us 2,052,000. Okay. Then what about our ordering cost? Our ordering cost. Of course, I should be talking of what? D over Q times CO, right? Which in this case, we should be having, our demand is 36,000. Q is 2,000 in this case with discount. Times our ordering cost will not change. Ordering cost was how much? 240. So therefore, in that case, we should be having how much? 36,000. We divide by 2,000 times 240. I should be talking of 4320. That is, I should be talking of 4320, right? 4320. What about our holding cost? Our holding cost in this case, my good students, our holding cost, therefore, we should be talking of what? We should be talking of our Q over 2 times HC. Q over 2 times HC. In this event, we are assuming that you don't have that extra inventory that you are holding. But there are also scenarios that you can see that I'm having that extra inventory that you're holding. Remember the 300? Because I'll also be incurring the cost of holding this inventory. I'll also be incurring the cost of, at any given point in time, I should be having 300. So these are safety units. So we can incorporate it. Actually, let us incorporate it. So in that case, my holding cost here will change. I'll be having plus the plus a safety stock, Q over 2 plus safety stock, then what? Times HC. Yeah, times HC. Because at any given point in time, I'll be holding this inventory. So with the new offer or not, I must be having that. So in this case, we can talk of, that should give us Q, which is 2,000. We divide by 2 plus the safety of 300 units times now our HC. Our HC now will change. Our holding cost here will change because we are told that it should be 57. And remember, our holding cost, you're determining it based on what? Based on our purchase price. So my new HC, I should be talking of, that of course should be 15% of our new purchase price, which is 57. So therefore, I'm talking of how much? 0.15 times 57. That should give us a figure of 8.55. 8.55. That should give us how much? I'm having 2,000 divided by 2 plus 300 times, that of course is 8.55. So I'm getting 11,115. So kindly, we can work out our total plus 4320 plus 2052,000. This should give us a figure of how much? 2,067,435. That is what Mwalimu is getting. Kindly you can confirm. Kindly you can confirm. Kindly you can confirm. I'm getting a figure, if I sum up the three. If I sum up the three, I'm getting 2,067,435. 435. Kindly work it out and compare. After I'm done with that, after you're done with this, let us now determine our total cost without discount. Allow me to raise here, allow me to raise here, allow me to raise here. So total cost without discounts, what will we be having? So my total cost without discount, total cost without discount. What will we be having as our total cost without discount? We start with our purchase cost. Purchase cost, I know very well I should be talking of 36,000 units for the whole year, times of course our 60, which gave us a figure of how much? 2160, right? That is our purchase cost. What about our ordering cost, my good students? Our ordering cost, I'm having our demand, which is 36,000. We're having our demand, which is 36,000 here. Of course, you are going to divide by our Q. This time round, our Q is 1386. So we're having 1386. I should not forget to multiply this one by our ordering cost, which is 240. So therefore, this should give us a figure of how much? 36,000. We divide by 1386 times 240. I'm getting a figure of 6234 actually. Then what about our, that's 6234. What about my holding cost? My holding cost, that will be simple because I just be taking our Q, which is 1386. EOQ, we divide by 2. I add my buffer stock, which is 300. I multiply by our holding cost, which was what? 9. Remember our holding cost, which was 9? So that as at the end of the day, how much will I be having here? I'm going to have 1386. We divide by 2 plus 300 times 9 In this case, I'm getting a figure of how much? 89.37. 89.37. So that total cost I'm going to spend without a discount, you should be having 89.37 plus 62.34 plus 21.60. I'm having a figure of 2,175,171. So we can compare. Without discount, how much were we getting? Without discount, I was getting, or rather, without discount, I'm getting 2,175,171. With discount, I was getting 2,067,435. So what can you advise the company? Of course, you should advise the company that they should accept a discount offer, because they'll be having a cost savings of how much? They'll be having a cost savings of 21,75,171 minus 20,67,435, which will give us a cost saving of 107,736. So therefore, the company should accept a discount. And therefore, this is what you are required to do in this question. Financial management, that was a question which was tested last sitting, August 2022. August 2022, question number 4. So to that point, guys, let us meet in our next session. Remember, as I've said that our classes have already commenced. You can join us at any given point in time. For live, we are limited to 20 students only. 20 students only for live virtual sessions. Thank you, guys, and let us meet in our next session. Thank you.